Okay. All the programming languages will fall into two different categories. One is compiled programming language. Other one is interpreted programming language. Okay. When it comes to compiled programming language, if you are already have some knowledge on C and Java, you are familiar with this compiled programming language, where whatever the code you written, so like usually we retain the code in high level language. High level language in the sense, like our code looks like a English language, but whatever we retain, that will not be understandable by the machine understand only binary language. What this compiled programming language, what it will do is, once whatever the program you written, that first will convert into executable code. It means after, once you compile it, if it not get any error, okay, it is ready to execute. Okay. After that, we need to execute the code. First, there will be one phase called compilation phase. Right. Right. So there are first step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, to get the output. That is compiled programming language. Okay, so whatever the English language, we write like public static void main in Java. Okay, this public static void main, I can understand, you can understand. But whatever the machine is there, machine cannot understand. So that's the reason you have to convert into executable code. From there, you need to convert into machine understandable language. Then we can get that output. That is compiled programming language. When it comes to interpreted programming language, Python is a interpreted programming language. Very simple. In Python also we'll write high level code, whatever print hello world is a high level language. And it will automatically convert into machine understandable language. In interpreted, like it's done in one go. Python comes under interpreted programming language. Okay, how this process is going to happen in Python? Okay, don't worry. Okay, like still you people are still, I'm treating you as babies, right? After few days, I'll show you in Python how it is converting. Okay, how it is converting into machine understandable language. I'll make it very clear. But as of now, okay, as you people are in nursery, just try to understand, note a point. Python is a interpreted programming language where there is no compilation phase. Whatever the code you written, automatically you can execute. Just remember that point. That's it. Okay. Next. That is one important point I need to discuss. Next theoretical point you need to remember about Python. Python is a object-oriented programming language, as well as it acts as a procedure-oriented programming language. In Python, we can write the code in the form of functions, like how in C language we written, we can write with the functions. In the similar way, we can also write code in class and object format. Okay. So Python will act as object-oriented programming language as well as procedure-oriented programming language. So that is the reason Python has the flavors of Java and C programming language. So that is one more theoretical. Okay, so which is nothing but these two also features of Python. Okay, so like every day, like I'll discuss few theoretical points which you need to remember, like so that it's a combining of hands-on experience with some theoretical knowledge, which is very important. Okay, that you need to remember. Okay. Concentrate everyone. Now just concentrate guys. So don't just take any question and answers. Don't worry. I'll open the chat box. I'll give you time to speak. Just listen properly. Okay. Okay. Next. Operators we are discussing. Operators we completed. Arithmetic operators we completed. Okay. We completed relational, assignment, logical operators we completed. And we need to start about binary operator we need to start. Binary operators. Okay, binary operators, like better we can say this bitwise operators. Bitwise operators. Bitwise operators. Okay, so today we'll start our concept with bitwise operators. Concentrate everyone. Bitwise operator. Like many people, operators concept they feel easy. But when it comes to bitwise operators, people feel it difficult. Okay, just concentrate. I'll make it very clear. So bitwise operators. Okay, in bitwise operators, we have bitwise and. We have bitwise and. We have bitwise OR. We have bitwise XOR. Okay, we have bitwise complement. We have bitwise left shift. We have bitwise right shift. These two, few people call shift operator, left shift, right shift. You can include in bitwise operators. Okay, these are all the operators we need to discuss. Concentrate everyone. Like bitwise operators will be very useful. Okay, but people feel it difficult. Why? Because this whatever the bitwise operators you are using, like for example, if I say bit arithmetic operators, okay, arithmetic operators, you are able to understand where it is used. Okay, but when it comes to bitwise operators, okay, why people feel it difficult? Why? Because this bitwise operators are used in like network protocols, okay, and encryption techniques, compression techniques, okay, all the communication protocols, this bitwise operators you will be using, which you are not familiar. That's the reason people feel it difficult, but don't worry. Okay, it will be very simple. I'll make it. So first of all, to understand this bitwise operators, we'll start with bitwise and. Okay, bitwise and the symbol bitwise and. So to understand these bitwise operators, first of all, you have to be aware of how you can convert, normal number into binary number. Okay. For example, I'm just took 7. I took 7. I have to convert into binary form. I need to convert. Binary form means, okay, I hope you remember prime factorization. I need to convert into binary format, which is nothing but prime factorization. I'll get it. You have to consider 2. Okay, 2 table, 2 threes, remainder will be 1. Just remainder will be 1. Oh. 2 table, 1's a remainder will be 1. You have to take it from the down to up. If you consider 7, binary format of 7 will be 1, 1, 1. If you want to verify, you can verify with 8421 model. I hope many of you remember. If you belongs to EC and Triple E, you're very familiar with this. 2 power 0 will be 1, 1 will be 1. Next 2 power 1, 2, 2 plus 1. 2 square will be 4, 4 plus 3 will be 7. Okay, so I'll take one more example. First of all, you have to be aware of how to convert normal number into binary number. Okay, how to convert normal number into binary number. You have to be very clear. Don't worry, guys. I'll take a hands-on. I'll explain everything. Don't worry. Okay, just to make sure you understand what is bitwise operators, how you can code everything. You have to be very clear. I'm starting with the basic. First of all, you have to be aware of when you consider a number. If you consider a number, you have to be aware of how to take it into the binary form. 19 is there. Binary form, I have only ones and zeros I have. So how I need to take it? I'm taking this by prime factorization. 2 table. 2 nines. Remainder will be what? 1. 2 table. 2 fours. Remainder will be 1. 2 table. 2 twos. Remainder will be what? 0. 2 table. 2 ones. Remainder will be 0. Okay. So if you consider 19, if you want to convert it, it will become 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay. So you want to check it? You want to verify whether it is correct or not? You can take it 8421 model. 2 power 0, 1. Okay, 2 power 4 will be 16. 2 power 1 will be 2. 2 power 0 will be 1. It will be 19. So first of all, you have to be very clear how to convert normal number into binary form. You have to be very careful. Convert normal number into binary form. Okay, so that is very important thing. Okay, convert normal number into binary form. Okay, right. So you took 19. I'll take one more number. I'll consider 24. 24 I'll consider. 24 you convert into binary number, you convert it. How to convert into binary number? Check it. 2 table, 2 12s, remainder will be 0. 2 table, 6, remainder will be 0. 2 table, 3, remainder will be 0. 2 table, 1, remainder will be 1. Check. So it will be 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, check. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4. 2 power 4, 16. 16 plus 8. 16 plus 8, 24. So I hope you are very clear how to convert normal number into binary number. Okay, I hope it's very clear how to convert normal number into binary number. I hope it's very clear. Right? Please confirm me, guys. I'll open the chat box. It's very important. Many people, they'll confuse. So first of all, I just want to give you how to convert normal number into binary form. That's it. How to convert normal number into binary form. Right? Clear? Very clear. Very good. Okay, so now let's see how to apply bitwise and bitwise or bitwise XOR. Okay, let's see. Same, if the number is high, also same, Mahesh. There will be no change. You take any big number, you take. Same thing. So convert normal number into binary number. That's it. Binary number will take only zeros and ones. Okay, you are considering 2. Why? Because if you want to take 2, if you convert 2, 2 will become 1 and 0. Okay, 1 0 is nothing but 2 only. Now let's try to apply bitwise and let's try to apply. Let's try to apply bitwise and. Like in Python, remember one thing, in Python, value 1 represents true, 0 represent false. Okay, 0 represent false. So now here it is true, it is false. Okay, so when you're trying to apply bitwise and, you convert numbers into binary form. After that, you find the resultant between them, considering 1 as true, 0 as false. So you have to apply logical and you have to apply to get the resultant. Now 1 0, 1 0 will become, true, false will become false. Okay, true, false will become false. False, false will become false. Okay, false, true will become false. True, true will become true. Right? 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4. So 2 power 4 is what? 16. Okay. So 19 and 24. 19 and 24. If you apply 19 bitwise and 24, if you apply, see the resultant. You got 60. Right? Bitwise operator. Okay. Now let's see bitwise OR. Okay. Bitwise OR. Bitwise and you have to convert into logical. You have to convert into ones and zeros. You have to apply logical and. So now 1 0 0. Okay. So this here, what will be the value, guys? 19. 16 to 1. Now if it is bitwise OR, what you need to do, simple, you have to apply logical OR, you have to apply. 1 0 will become 1. True, false will become true. True, false will become true. False. True, false. Like false, true will become true. True, true will become true. So now 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4. It will be 16 plus 8 plus 2 plus 1. What is this? 27. 27. Okay. So 19 or symbol is vertical pipe above, enter, you can see 27. This is bitwise OR. Bitwise OR. Okay, bitwise OR. Next, we have bitwise XOR. Now, what is this bitwise XOR? Bitwise XOR truth table you need to remember. Bitwise XOR truth table will be if both are ones, resultant will be 0. If both are zeros, resultant will be 0. If both are different, resultant will be 1. Now you can see 1 0 will be 1, 1 0 will be 1, 0 0 will become 0, 1 0 will become 1, 1 1 will become 0. So let's try to get it. 8 plus 2 plus 1. It will be 11. Okay, 19 XOR cap 11. Okay, like bitwise and bitwise or bitwise XOR. What you need to remember is you have to remember how to convert normal number into binary form. After that, you need to remember truth tables. Okay, so one more final example I'll take. You have 28. If you want to convert 28 into binary form, 2 14s, remainder will be 0. 2 7s, remainder will be 0. 2 3s, remainder will be 1. 2 1s, remainder will be 1. 28 if you want to convert. Okay, this is 28. 2 power 4 16, 8 4 28. I hope it's very clear, like how to convert normal number into binary number. I hope it's very clear. And bitwise and bitwise or bitwise XOR also. I hope it's very clear. Okay. Because you have to convert it and you have to remember the truth table. You have to remember. That's it. Okay. Next. You have bitwise complement operator. You have complement operator or negation. Just try to understand one thing, guys. In this 11 days concepts, like I can say, no one will include operators for you. Okay, they take it lightly. But I want you have to learn fundamentals, you have to be very clear. So that's the reason whenever you see a kind of a program where operators are there, you should not feel uncomfortable. So that is the reason I'm just taking this operators concept also. This complement operator and all, people feel it difficult. Okay, so that's the reason I'm spending very good amount of time on operators concept also. Okay, and just forget about the days. I just given it learn Python for 11 days. You can learn Python for 11 years also. Okay, it's just a high catchy thumbnail. I'm just telling you. Okay, the people who are watching this on the second day, okay, you can learn Python for 11 years continuously also. Still, there will be something to learn. Okay, it's a continuous process. It's a continuous process. But to start learning my codes, definitely it will support you. Okay, that I can say. Okay, right. So now bitwise complement operator. So bitwise complement operator, people fail in this. So for example, complement of 5, what people think is like complement of 5, people immediately 5 to convert it, 2 table 2s, remainder 1, 2 table 1s, remainder 0, 105. As this is complement, you have to convert if it is complement 0, 1, 0, it will become 2. People write this answer, but this is completely wrong. So complement of 5 will be -6. Many people they feel it difficult how it came. So my dear people, I like give you a proper process how you can find it. If you understand that, very good. If not, just follow the formula. Okay. Let's see complement of 5. Let's try to get it. Complement of 5. Step 1. Step 1. So the step 1, you have to convert 5 into binary number. Okay. Now this 1, 2, 3, 3 bits. Usually our memory stores in 2 power n. Okay. If I ask you like how much secondary memory you are having, you people will say like 32 GB, 64 GB, 128 GB, 256 GB, right? 512 GB hardware, like your secondary memory. Usually it will take it in the form of 2 power n. Okay, so now This 3 bits, whatever is there, I am taking this 3 bits as 8 bits. I am representing. Remaining bits, I am just replacing with zeros. This is step 1. Step 1, convert into binary form and write it. This is step 1. In step 2, when you're trying to find the resultant, just simply you have to apply complement for entire step 1. Complement of entire step 1 will become, wherever you have 1, that will become 0. Wherever you have 0, that will become 1. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0. I simply converted wherever I have 1, I converted into 0. Wherever I have 0, I converted into 1. This is step 2. Okay, in step 3, and you have to remember, if in step 2, if you got this last bit, we call it as a most significant bit. If most significant bit, if it is minus, if it is 1, it represents answer will be minus. Okay, answer will be minus. So in step 2, you have to convert into ones and zeros. Okay, in step 2, if most significant bit is 1, the value of this will store in 2's complement. Now what is 2's complement? 2's complement is nothing but 1's complement plus 1. 1's complement plus 1. Now what is 1's complement? 1's complement is nothing but whatever you have 0, you have to convert into 1. Wherever you have 1, you have to convert into 0. Right? In step 3, you have to find the 2's complement for entire thing. Entire thing, you have to find the 2's complement. Okay, fine. To find the 2's complement, I need to convert it. So you get again step 1. Okay. After this, you have to add 1 to it. After 1's complement, you have to add 1 to it. 1 plus 1 will become 2. 2 nothing but 1, 0. You write 0 here, 1 you carry. Okay, 1. 1 here. 1, 1 take the value 6. And you already know the answer will be minus. So when you're trying to find complement of 5, when you try to find complement of 5, that will become minus 6. Okay, if you're trying to find complement of 4, that will become minus 5. So now I explained one example. Few people, they'll understand well. Few people, they don't understand. They'll feel confusing. Okay, if you're feeling confusing, don't worry. I'll take this formula. Complement of x will be minus of x plus 1. Complement of 5 will be minus of 5 plus 1. Minus of 5 plus 1 will become 6, minus 6. Simple. Okay, you can take this. If you understand this example, very good. If you don't understand, you don't worry. Okay, you can understand Python very good. Okay, but still you can follow the formula. Is it clear? Like, but still I'll say that. But still, I just want you to people to follow that procedure only. So for that, what I will do, I'll explain one more example. One more example I'll explain this time. Please make sure you understand. So I'm trying to find complement of 4. If you're trying to find complement of 4, In step 1, I request you write that 4 in bits form. 4 if you convert to table, 2 0, remainder will be 0, to table, 1 0. Remainder will be 0. Okay, it is nothing but 1 0 0. Okay, right. So you have to convert into some bits. Step 1. In step 2, you have to apply negation for entire thing. Step 2. This is 1 value is negative. Next, the value stored in 2's complement of this. To get 2's complement, you have to take 1's complement and you have to add 1. 1's complement for this, 1's complement for this will be reverse. Right, you have to add 1 to it. 1 0 1 0 1 105 if you convert it 5. You already know my answer is negative minus. Check. Minus 5. You take any number you can take. So at least 10 more % of the people, I hope you understood. Right? It's clear, right? Bitwise complement operator. Next, we have bitwise left shift operator and we have right shift operator. And few people in few books, okay, you can see that left shift operator, right shift as shift operator. So for example, you have a 10 you have to left shift 2. You convert 10 into binary format. Okay, you just move left side. These 2 places will left that you represent with zeros. Okay. Right, that is left shift operator. So now I want to verify this 1 0 1 0 and 2 zeros. What is the value for it? I want the value for it. I want the like integer value of it. What will be the value? Past. I'll see how many people are able to answer. 1 0 1 0 0 0. 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5. 2 power 5 will be 32. Okay. 2 power 3 will be 8. Okay. Yes, people are able to answer. Very happy. Very happy. Thank you. Right. Thank you. Right. Left shift. Potting. So if it belongs to right shift, in right shift, this 2 will be vanished. Why? Because it is moving right side. You left with the 1 0. 1 0 is nothing but 2. Check it. These are all bitwise operators. Bitwise AND, Bitwise OR, Bitwise XOR, Bitwise complement, left shift, right shift. I hope it's very clear. If not, okay, you can watch the recording one more time. And if you have any doubts, you can comment there. Okay. Definitely my team or I will reply to that comment and make sure that that doubt will be clear. Is it clear? So bitwise operators completed. After that, after the completion of bitwise operators, we have few more operators. We have identity operator and membership operator. So usually this is A is equal to dharma is a string. To explain this membership operator, I took this. Now I have a particular string. I want to check, okay, whether D is available in this string or not. DHA is available in this string or not. I want to verify. It will become true. Why? Because in Dharma, DHA is available. In will belongs to membership operator. Okay. I can say not in A. Okay. Not in A. It will become true. It is not available. Okay. I hope it's very clear. In, not in. It's not only string, guys. You can take list, tuple, that we'll be discussing soon. Membership operator is used to identify a particular element or a particular character is available in that string or not. Right. Next type of operators are identity operator. I hope membership operator is very clear. Next is identity operator. Now what this identity operator, when you create an object, this object will have some address. Identity operator will help us whether both the IDs, both the address same or not. Okay. If both are same, it will return true. So you consider A is equal to 10, you consider B is equal to 20, A is B, false. You take A is equal to 10, you take B is equal to 10, A is B. It will become true. You people will wonder. So my dear people, in Python, like assigning the value is a bit different. Reversely, it will store. 10 will store, 10 will store. So that is the reason it is dynamically typed. Okay. You can see. I want to verify whether two IDs are same or not. Okay. I'll be using this. I hope it's very clear. Operators. Whatever the operators we discussed, everything I'll share you a notes for you. Okay. Every session will be uploaded as a folder wise. A Google Drive link will be uploaded. Okay, day 1, day 2 in the same Google Drive link. I'll upload every session. Okay, tomorrow I'll share the notes for today's and yesterday's also. In that Google Drive link, everything you can get it. You can do whatever you want. Is it clear? Operators concept completed. Kindly, you have to practice. You have to practice in the sense, till now, we did not write any program. Okay. Tomorrow we'll be writing our first program, but before that, we need to discuss few data types we need to discuss. Okay, as it is day 2, it is still like LKG only. Okay, just believe me, guys. Just believe me. Believe me 100%. You are going to learn Python in these 11 days. Definitely, it's going to impact. It's great impact. Okay, concentrate everyone. After operators, data types. In Python, data types already specialty I told you. I already told you the specialty of Python data types. Okay, just give me 1 minute, guys. Okay. Right, I told you already Python data type specialty. So my dear people, when you look at this data types, Python data types are dynamically typed. It means you don't need to define them. You don't need to define data types. Automatically Python depends on the value, whatever you are giving, Python will take the value. Okay. So basic data types first we'll discuss. Basic data types. Basic numerical data types we'll discuss first. A is equal to 10, integer. Python supports integer. If you still don't believe it is an integer, you can check type of A, it will give you an integer. You take B is equal to 1.5, it is a float data type. Still don't believe, you can use type function. Okay, Python supports float data type also. And Python supports Boolean data type. True and false. And remember, true represents value 1, false represents value 0. And Python will also support complex data type. Okay, complex data type also Python will support. When I say complex data type, you have to consider usually complex number when you're trying to find square root of a negative number, an imaginary number, you get it. I hope you all learned complex numbers from your school mathematics. I hope you learned. Okay, if not at all a issue, I'll make sure you understand. Okay, so usually complex numbers will be in the form of a plus bi. Okay, like this the complex numbers will be. But in Python, if you want to represent a complex number, I will not work. Okay, you have to take a plus bj model. Okay, you see, when I try to represent 3 plus 2i, it will give me error. But same variable, if I take 3 plus 2j, it will work. There is no particular reason for it, guys. They just want to make this Python as a unique one. So that's the reason they made it like that. That's it. Complex numbers will also support in Python. Complex data type. Okay, so these are all basic, very important data types. So apart from this, we also have few more data types that we'll be learning soon. Now, after this, we'll enter into other few more important data types we have. Okay, out of all, strings are very, very important data types. We have to discuss strings. Next, we'll discuss about list. Next, tuple, set, frozen set, and dictionary. Let's talk about strings. Let's talk about strings data type. Strings. What do you mean by string? What do you mean by string? And before that, I just want to check. I hope everything is okay. I'll just one more time, I'll just open the chat. I hope you're able to understand. Happy so far? Day 2, it's okay. Everyone, you're able to understand, right? Yes? Perfect. All okay. Again, these are all basic fundamentals, guys. And whatever we are discussing from today, strings concept is very, very important from today. From this concept, it's very important. Right? And kindly, the recordings are available in our YouTube channel. Okay. Just take 1 minute time. Just open that. Already first day session is uploaded. Ochaya Patrick, you can take any bits you can take. 8, 50, 8, 16. You can take it. Okay. Complex numbers, I told you already. Complex numbers, if you came from school mathematics, if in your school, if you study mathematics, in the real numbers, complex numbers will be there, right? Complex numbers, when we get it. Okay, so now I need to teach you school mathematics if you're not aware of what is a complex number. Okay, just try to understand for today, at least complex numbers is one type of data in which we have normal number, integral part and imaginary part. Okay, and the people who are watching the recording, if you have any queries, okay, you can comment there itself. Okay, if you say, sir, lesson is good, everything is good, we just love it. We love that comment. If you ask any doubt, sir, can you explain this something? Whatever the way I can do, I can write a comment back to you. Okay, day one, if everything is okay, just say I understood. Okay, fine, everyone. Just kindly be involved into this subject. That is what I want. Okay, is it clear? Right? Let's continue. Let's continue. I hope it's very clear. I hope it's very clear, right? Let's continue with the strings concept. Strings are very important data type. Strings are very important data type. Just check it. Strings. What is a string, first of all? Like whatever the data types I'm discussing with you, you have to be aware of those data types. Pressure level interview questions. If anyone want to test the basic knowledge of yours, definitely they'll pick the questions from here. I'll make it very clear, guys. I'll make it very clear. Every concept, I'll make it very clear. Just try to understand. What is a string? String is a sequence of character. For example, I am taking a variable A. I want to store dharma. Dharma is what? Dharma is a sequence of characters. If I want to store this word or string, I have to define it as a string. You can define the string in 3 different ways. You can define the string. Okay, 3 different ways. First way, you can define the string using single quotes. Okay, write very clear notes. You please make it very, very important. If anyone want to check your basic Python knowledge, they'll pick the questions from here. Believe me. Okay, so now if I want to define a string, I can define the string in 3 different ways. Now you can see A is equal to dharma. This is my string. Okay, I can also define the string using double quotes. I'll say A is equal to dharma. Using double quotes also I'll define. Now if I want to define multi-line string, for example, like using single quote, if I want to write it like I am learning, I want to write learning in the second line, it is not possible. It will give me syntax error. Okay. So now that is the reason if I want to write multi-line string, if I want to take multi-line string, I'll take this quotes. Now see, I am learning Python. You can check that triple single quotes you can use, or triple double quotes also you can use. If you want to define a string, you can define the string like this. Okay. So how to define a string? It's very important. Please maintain notes good. Okay. After that, in string, you can repeat the data, like whatever the elements you have, you can have duplicates. For example, I can take the string like this. Not at all a problem. I can take the string like this. Okay. Next. Very, very important point. String objects are immutable. Very, very important guys. String objects are immutable. Immutable means you cannot modify once you define the string. For example, you can see all these points. Please maintain a clear notes. I'll share the notes, don't worry. A is equal to, I'll take A is equal to dharma, I'll take. Now I'll check the ID of A. You get some ID. I'll take now A is equal to, I'll take Kumari auntie. When I take A is equal to Kumari auntie, it means you don't think I modified A into Kumari auntie. I did not do that. What I did automatically when I take A is equal to Kumari auntie, automatically a new object is created. Just try to understand. So that is the reason we say string objects are immutable. Once you define the string, you cannot change it. Okay, when I discuss list concept, in few more minutes, I'll discuss list concept. In that time, you can understand in a better way. Just wait for a few more minutes. But as of now, strings are immutable. Okay, how to define them? You can define them in 3 different ways. And very next, one more point. Okay, I hope it's very clear. Immutable. Next, every string object, every character in the string will be given with some index number. Okay, index number. That is, we say positive indexing and we say negative indexing. By default, Python will assign the values. For example, like positive indexing will start from 0, negative indexing will start from -1. In this case, every character will be assigned with some unique value, which start from and this space will also be considered as one character. And -1, -2, you can go for this reverse order also. Now, in this particular string, you can see, for example, now I define this string as Kumari auntie, for example. Check. Now I want to access a character from that string. I can access using index number. That is called indexing. Python strings supports indexing. A of 0 is called K. I can get it. A of 1, A of 2, A of 3. I can also access in the negative direction, A of -1. Backs, A of -2. This is indexing. Python strings will support indexing. What is the use of it? I have a string. I want to access a specific character within that particular string. I can access using index number. Python supports strings indexing. If you are trying to access one character, that you call it as a indexing. But for example, if you want to access range of characters, some characters I want it. Okay, let's take the same example. Okay, one I take indexing. But when I try to access 0 to 5, if I say, when I say 0 to 5, I'll get 0th index, first index, second index, third index, fourth index. Ending index will not be included when you're trying to get an element using slicing. You can see. When you try to access a particular string, okay, you can access using indexing if you want only one character. Like multiple characters, if you want, you can use strings. You can use slicing. Very important concept, guys. Like when I give you some programs, you got some clarity. But these are all some building blocks where we are taking one block, we are constructing. Right? This is slicing. Python supports slicing also. Okay. I hope you're writing all the points. Now, you take this A is equal to Dharma. I have a string. I'll take A is equal to Apana. I can combine these two strings, I can combine. This is called string concatenation. Python supports string concatenation, Python will support. Okay. Next, string multiplication also Python will support. So you can see, I'll take A into 10. Whatever the string I written, that will be multiplied 10 times. String multiplication will also Python supports. Okay, I hope you got some idea about strings. Now, we'll keep strings aside. Now, I'll tell you how to take a input from the user. Okay, which is very, very important. How to take a input from the user. Okay, input from the user in the sense, for example, you take A is equal to, I'm taking A is equal to 10, I'm taking B is equal to 20, I'm saying print A plus B, I'm saying print A plus B. Now I'll be executing print A plus B, I'll get some out. Now this 10 and 20, I don't want to give it from this. I want to user to take these values. If you want to read anything from keyboard in C language, you have something called scanf you have. Okay, you have scanf. In C, similar way, you have input function you have. In Python, you have input function. So input function will help us to take a number from the user. So see, enter a number. Enter a number. Okay, I'll take B is equal to input of enter B number. Okay, I'm taking A and B. Now I want to add those two numbers. Enter a number. I'll take it from the user. Whatever the number I wanted, I'll take it. I can give it like this. Enter a number. I'll enter 10. Enter B number, I'll enter 20. So I want to add those two numbers. So 10 plus 20 will become 30, right? That is what we are expecting. But unfortunately, you can see 1020 you got. So you have to remember one thing. Whenever you're reading, whenever you're trying to take data from the keyboard, when you use input function, by default, input function will take the data in the form of strings only. Okay. So input function, when you consider, it will take the data in the form of strings only. Still don't believe me, you can see. So input function, when you consider, enter a number, I'll enter 10. It will read as string. So string plus string, what will become? String plus string will become concatenation. String concatenation will become, right? So string concatenation happened there. So that is the reason, if your input is integer, you have to convert it. You have to convert it. This we call it as typecasting. Check. Okay, input function. Enter a number, I'll enter 10. Now it is considered as string. Now you get 30. So if you want to read data from the keyboard, you have to use input function, you have to use. Remember that. Okay. Now there is a task for you. So task is, you have to write a program. You have to write a program which will take employee data from the keyboard. You have to write a program which will take employee data from the keyboard and you have to print the data. So employee data must be employee name, employee salary, employee address. Enough. Take these three variables, take the input data, and you have to print the data. That's it. This is the task. And whatever the task I am giving it to you, prepare, do the task, take one folder, put in that folder. I may ask you anytime. Okay, just remember that. Right? So I hope it's clear. So this is the notes, guys. I'll share it to you. Don't worry. Okay, this is complete notes. Whatever I discussed, the complete notes. Okay. Now, every data type you take, whether it is strings, list, or tuple, they have some built-in functions. The built-in functions will be very handy in order to do certain things. Okay. Like for example, you consider capitalize function, you consider. Capitalize function you consider. See what this capitalize function, what it will do is, this capitalize function, like you have a particular string. You have a particular string, you have this particular string, I have to convert into capital letter. Starting letter. I can use capitalize function. Okay. Let's see. Let's search. All these built-in functions will be very handy in order to do certain operation. For example, I have this string. I want to convert into capitalize. See, P will become capital P. Okay. Next, title. What title will do is, for example, I have two words in my particular string. Two starting letters will convert into capital letter. You can check there. Got it? Title is lower. What is lower will check. I want to verify whatever the string I have, it will contain lowercase letters or not. It says true. I want to verify whether my string contains uppercase letters or not. I can change my string into lowercase letters. I can change my string into uppercase letters. All these are built-in functions which will be very handy in order to do certain things. You can see. Next, you have replace function. What this replace function, what it will do is, you have a particular string you have. Okay. Now, I want to convert, I want to replace a particular word from it. Okay, A is equal to Kumari aunty is there, right? I just want to replace. So now I want to replace, okay, I want to replace this Kumari with, okay, you can see that. So now you can replace. So replace function is used to replace a particular string. Okay, I hope it's very clear. I hope she don't see this. Okay, you don't take a photo screen, you don't take the video of it, you don't share it to her. Okay, right? Replace function, you have a particular string, you can replace it. Now the question is, people will ask me, sir, you said you cannot change the strings. No, sir, what you're doing here? I'm not changing the string. Again, here also, if you check the ID, a new ID will be created. So strings are immutable. You cannot modify it. You cannot modify the particular string once you create it. So now I want to check length of a particular elements in that particular string. I want to verify in this particular string, how many times A occurred. Okay, I can count that particular element. You can see how many times A occurred. 2 times. Okay, I have a string. I want to split it. By default, split with a space. I have a special characters in my string or else spaces particular string. Okay, I want to replace it. I want to remove it. I can remove using strip. When I say L strip, left side of the string, it will remove. When I say R strip, I'll remove from the right side. Don't feel I'm going fast. After sharing the notes, you can also practice by looking at the notes. Okay, nothing difficult here. Okay, strip function is used to remove a particular element. Now you have swap case, next built-in function. What swap case will do, you know? It will convert small letter into capital letters, capital letter into small letter. So these are all some built-in functions in strings. Okay, strings are very important data type. Everyone must be aware. Okay, how to define the string? And remember, strings contains duplicates. It allows duplicates. It allows slicing, indexing, concatenation, multiplication. And strings are immutable. And you can add any number of duplicates. Okay, all these are very important points to remember. Okay, like you get number of examples, you get it. Don't worry, I'll share you the task, different examples I'll share you. As you are in a, like you're in first standard, like slowly you're getting into that. So I'm not giving you any big task. Okay, slowly I'll increase the dose. Once you completed these strings, next we need to start list concept. We need to start. Concentrate everyone. List. Very important data type. List. So first of all, what is the definition of a list? I told you, right? Everything first definition. When it comes to the list is a collection of elements. List is a collection of elements. List is a collection of elements. Okay, when I say list is a collection of elements, when you people listen collection of elements, always you remember array. Array is a collection of elements. But list is a collection of elements. This collection of elements are heterogeneous. Heterogeneous collection of elements. Heterogeneous means, like, I don't know how many people remember, we used to say that array is a homogeneous collection of elements. When it comes to heterogeneous, list can take strings. Inside the list, we can store strings, we can store integer, we can store float, we can store boolean, we can store complex. All these data types we can store in list. List is a collection of heterogeneous elements. Okay, so definition is completed. How to define them? List, if you want to define, you have to use square brackets. You have to use. List is a collection of elements, homogeneous collection of elements, which is stored in square bracket. If you want to define a string list, you have to use square bracket. And list is mutable. List is mutable. Mutable means if you change the elements in the list, a new object will not be created. Okay, a new object will not be created. For example, I want to create the list. I already know the elements. I can add integer. I can add float, I can add string, I can add boolean, I can add complex, I can add. So still you don't believe it is a list? You can check with type function. Type of A, it is a list. Okay, you can add any number of repeated elements you can take. Okay, and I told you very important point, list objects are mutable. This indexing slicing, like how in Python, list will also support. So now when I try to access a particular element, I try to access, which is indexing. I'll say A of 0. At 0th index, what element we have? At 0th index, we have first element 11. I'll get 11. Now A of 0, and before that, let me check ID. I'll check ID. You can see the ID. Now at A of 0, I'll replace. Okay. Now let me get this list. List got replaced. Now again you check ID of A. ID of A will remain same. So whatever the previous ID you have, same ID. It means a new object is not created. Whatever the original object is there, it's get modified. But when it comes to strings, string you can check ID of A, you get some ID. Now again, A is equal to some other value if you give, when you try to check ID of A, it will not modify, it creates new object. So that is the reason with big note, you have to remember string objects are immutable, you cannot modify. But when it comes to the list objects are mutable, you can modify. Like fresher level interview questions, when it comes to test some basic programming knowledge, they may ask you these questions. I hope what is a list, you got some clarity. And list objects are mutable. And indexing slicing, whatever we see in the string, similar way, but we'll spend some more time on slicing. Concentrate everyone. So now, like so far, it's okay, guys. I just want to check myself again one more time. Please confirm me. I'll open the chat. I hope you're enjoying. Please confirm me, guys. Is it clear, everyone? Whatever we discuss. Yes, enjoying. Everything is good. You have to practice. Right? I'll share the notes. Don't worry. I'll share the material. Don't worry. Akshaya, list is heterogeneous. Fine. Thank you. Let me continue. So now I'll explain slicing. I'll explain. And if you're not able to understand, okay, I'm giving my 100% energy. I don't want you to make sleep with full energy. I'm giving this. Still, if you are feeling difficult, don't worry. Stop it here. Go back and watch it again and come back. So just move front and back. Make sure you understand. If you still don't understand, comment something there. I'll try to answer it. Okay? Fine, everyone. Right? Next. I'll explain slicing. Slicing, concentrate, guys. Slicing is very important. Okay. The same methodology we use it if you are interested towards data analysis. For the manipulation of data, we'll use the same technique. If you're interested towards data analysis, definitely you can just concentrate on this. So to make you understand, what I will do is I'll take the elements in the form of indexing. So in the real time, you don't expect this kind of an element. To make sure that slicing you understand, I just want to give it very clear. So list one, what is indexing? If you want to access one element, That is called indexing. If you want to access one element, that is indexing. Like see guys, for list also you have a proper nodes. You don't need to worry. With these nodes, you remember all the bullet points. Okay. Everything I given you very clearly. Okay. Indexing. Check it. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll there to help you. So indexing what? Fetching a specific element. So character, why? Because I just copied the same slide from strings. Fetching a specific element by using the index number is called indexing. But when it comes to the slicing, I want to access 0 to 2. When I say 0 to 2, I'll get 0 and 1. Okay. So not only these guys, we have few more things in slicing. We'll discuss that. So I can access 0 to, I can access 6, 0 to 6 if I say. When I say 0 to 6, I'll get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see there. Now, list 1, 0 to 6 I can give. I can also give third parameter, third flag. If I give 1, there will be no change. If I give 1, if I don't give 1 also, there will be no difference. But instead of 1, if I give 2, the third flag is called step. When I give step is equal to 2, there will be one element, it will skip one element. It will skip one element, it will skip. Okay, it will skip one element. Okay, check. Now, if you give instead of 1, instead of 2, if you give 3, it will skip 2 elements. Check. Okay, slicing step is also possible. Every time it's not needed to access the element from front to back. You can also access the element reverse order also. Check list 1. List 1. You can see list 1. 0, 2. I can give -1, I can give. Second index, I can give -1. -1 is what? -1 is 9. 0 to -1, I'll get the elements. Slicing. Okay. And forward direction, it's okay. But if you're trying to access in the reverse direction, -1 to 0, if you're trying to access, you cannot give it like this. It will give you empty list. If you're trying to access in the reverse direction, you have to consider step is equal to negative. -1 if you keep, it will go in the reverse direction, but it won't skip any elements. If you want to go it in the reverse direction, if you want to skip an element, you have to give -2. Okay, slicing, people feel it difficult, but the thing is you have to practice. If you practice, it will become easy. First, take a paper and pen. Okay, try to practice. Normally, you try to practice like without using this ideally. Okay, you'll get it very clearly. You can check, you can take the different directions. If it is in the backward direction, you have to remember, you have to keep negative sign. Okay, list 1. If I try to access 9 to 5 also, as it is in the negative direction, I have to keep step is equal to -. This is slicing. Slicing, accessing range of elements by giving that starting and ending index. Is it clear? List 1. Okay, list slicing. So whatever we seen in string functions, whatever the way we seen in string functions, in strings, similar way, we also have some built-in functions in list also. List also we have some built-in functions. What are these built-in functions? For example, I have a list. Like definitely I'll ask you, like somewhere you have an empty list, you want to add some elements to that empty list. You can use append function. Okay. For example, I have this list. I'll say list1 dot append. Okay. I want to add a string at last. I can do that. Sir, I don't want to add that last, sir. I'll tell you where to add. You added the first position, 0th index. You can do that. You can do that. You have to use index. So I told you, right, this built-in functions will be very handy to do certain operations. Insert. Extend. I have list1. I have list2. I want to add all the elements which are available in list1 into list2. I want to combine them. In list1, you are adding all these elements. You can do that. You can see. All these are built-in functions. If you just look at this, like you can look at this material, and if you practice, more than enough. I want to remove a particular element. List1. I want to remove a particular element. You can remove. You have a remove function. Now the question is, if you have multiple strings of the same name, if you have 10 dharmas, you can remove first dharma. Next, pop. Pop, what it will do is, it will remove the last element. Otherwise, you can also remove by using the index number. It's up to you. Okay, all these are built-in functions. I want to reverse the list. I have a particular list. I want to reverse it. You can reverse it. Reverse function. I want to sort it. You can sort the elements. So 1, 2, 5, 4, 3. If you apply the sort function, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can sort the elements. You can find the length of number of elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, it will be the answer. Now you want to check a particular number, how many times occurred this element. 1, 2, 3. 3 times occurred. You can check count function. Okay, so these are all some built-in functions in list. Okay, I hope it's very clear. Okay, list is also a collection data type, which is very important. Okay, and list, how to define the list? Using square bracket, and list is mutable, and all these operations will support in list. It supports duplicate elements. Okay, so this is about list. I hope it's very clear. We discussed about list, we discussed about strings, we discussed about some operators, and we also discussed about how to take data from the keyboard so far. And yesterday, we discussed about some basic fundamentals, some introduction, installation, and operators also we started. I hope in these 2 days, I hope you learned something. Okay, I request you all, if you are watching the session in the YouTube channel, kindly comment there your feedback. That's very important, so that, okay, so everyone, you cannot text me personally, okay, but that video I'll upload it there. You can comment there so that we can understand. My team will get back to me if it is a big comment, like where we need to give some explanation. So definitely they'll take my help, otherwise they'll take care. Okay, so kindly, whatever it may be, whatever the feedback you have to share it to me immediately, so that other days, whatever we are getting, okay, like for those days, it will be helpful. I hope it's very clear. Right, day 2 is completed. Now it's time to have some fun. Let's get back to this chat. Okay, if you have any questions, please just put on those questions. Okay, we'll have a Like next 4 to 5 minutes, we'll have some fun. Just go ahead.